Hello, good morning. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you are doing great, you and your family. It's another beautiful day. It's a day for us to strive and make the best of us on this earth before it's time up. I'm dressed in red and black, you know, and sometimes you can never go wrong in wearing the kind of colors due to emotions, due to comfort, due to whatever desire you have within. My desire today was, red being the color of blood, black meaning the color of mourning, emotional distress, what have you. But black, it's always a great color, but at the same time it has emotional sentiments to it, meaning in the northern region we are in a lot of depths of dark forces, and at the same time a lot of people have lost their loved ones in the northern region of Nigeria. And in the whole of Africa, leadership has been kind of poorly average, or below average, or what have you, and some of them, they don't even care. So we have to do our best to make sure we motivate them so they give us better leadership in Africa, because we are due for that. We need respect, we need upgrade, we need standard, we need everything that it's of quality to the human desire and to the human standard and to the human lives and values. It's very, very important we have that. You deserve that, you need that. It's very important that you know your what in this earth, because if you don't know your what, then you are almost like as sick as them, as sick as the people doing the atrocities, as sick as the people, degrading, bringing your standard and stuff. You might not know your what now, but you should learn to process what is your what. Your what is for you to also be treated just like the way you see developed countries being treated. We are getting there. We're getting there every day. Every day is potential, potential, potential. But we have not arrived at the point. But we will get there. But we have some leaders that they are dedicated. They are passionate. We are not all stupid. We are not all fools. We are not all perishing as lack of people without visions. We have great visionaries, and some are bringing their visions to life. And we will hope and pray that the great leaders succeed. And we also hope and pray that the great leaders surround themselves with great technocrats, not sycophants and stuff like that. So today I am discussing some key issues that has to do with no tea today. I'm still fasting and stuff, paying back all my fast that I missed during the month of Ramadan. It's sometimes I try to be a little bit personal, and I try to give some little details about my life. Sometimes I don't, because I my followers, my fans, my friends, my families, are all on the page, and it's a good thing. And I'm grateful technology has brought us all together. So let's make use of it beautifully. Let's make use of it positively. It's very, very important. Good morning, Emily, Germany. Good morning, Kabiru. Good morning, Kabiru, Gidania. And all the beautiful people that have joined today. So real quick about the strike that is just the shutdown or lockdown, or what you have to call it, is still down. Anything down, down, down. Stress, strike down, lockdown, shutdown. That it's happening in the state of Kaduna. It's mind-blowing stages now of distress and many other things that you can call it. With the rate of kidnapping, with the rate of banditry, with the rate of terrorism, the northern region cannot take more blows and stuff like that. We keep wondering. People can't survive. People are being torn apart. People have lost their jobs. People have lost their businesses. During this period of strike or lockdown or shutdown, private business owners, you have to do whatever it takes to stay afloat so you don't go down at one blow. This does not, involve private business owners, though some want to partake in it. But remember, private business owners are private business owners. These are government officials and government people in the system of government structure and stuff, that it's not, things are not moving in collaboration with labor union. You are with labor union, and labor union is trying to fight its best to make sure that they have decency, they have better, representation. The government also represents them in the system, and it doesn't give them blows and stuff like that, because most people now, their families and stuff like that, they are out of job. I had that over 800, people are out of job and stuff like that, I want to hear from the people of Kaduna. I know that it's stressful. I know it's a situation, no light, no water, no, many things, no petrol and stuff like that. It's almost like a curfew, so people imposing their own curfew on themselves because they need the governor to adjust. So here it's my message to the governor, because I know him. I have given him consultation before he became governor for free. I was part of his strategy before he became a governor, at his office in Wuse too. And he's also a family friend, so this is my message. I'm penetrating to all the people that know him, that they are working with him, because when I notice when people become leaders, they don't bring the minds and the great minds, the mindsets that have, play a role when they didn't have anything, no money, no incentives, nothing. It was just the soul, the passion that grew, and that were able to put the structure to life. Those are great people who work without money. You don't bring those people along. You leave those people behind, and you look for the sycophants, the people who present themselves, and stuff like that. And that's why we have these issues. So I'm going to do this for the sake of humanity, and I'm going to give this information to the governor and to the people of Kaduna State. It's very important. When you have ideas, we rub minds. I know that it's sometimes difficult for people to listen, and it's sometimes difficult for leaders. Some leaders are a bit stubborn. Sometimes the stubbornness, it's healthy. Sometimes the stubbornness is destructive. Sometimes the stubbornness brings, a lot of setback. You might have a great idea. You might be a visionary, but you also have to apply humanity. So here goes the message that I want to give to the executive governor of Kaduna State. Sir, uncle, when you want to do things, I know you are doing a great job. I know Kaduna, it's coming up to become like Dubai. I know that you are doing your best. You're putting your heart and soul, your emotions, and your career as a planner, as a town planner and stuff like that. You're doing that, and people can see it. You're a visionary. But at the same time, you have to also be a humanitarian, because you can't be a visionary without being a humanitarian, because you need also your people to have a psychological balance. So your people in Kaduna State will not go crazy. They won't go cuckoo gaga. These are what, both intelligence and wisdom comes to play. Your advisors or who have you that you have there, they have to do their research. They are getting paid without doing a good research. If you're a good advisor, you should also have a skill in penetrating to the leader that you're working with. And you should also have an intelligence and wisdom on how you can penetrate and present your own case study that you are presenting to the person that you are working under, or you're working in collaborate and stuff like that. Because if you are an advisor, you should also apply humanity to your heart. So people don't want to, people are uprising against this, doing the strike and stuff like that, because they feel like they have been overstepped. Yes, there are a lot of adjustments that needs to be done, because yes, they have a lot of people who are not supposed to be in the system, that they are in the system, that they are underqualified, or they are, overqualified and stuff. Because I've had several people go looking for a job, and they go with masters and they tell them they are overqualified. So, and they have other people that they are underqualified and stuff like that, and they are in the system. So we have come to the stage now, we have to apply wisdom. Even in America, things are not done that way. There are, government relief that they give, government relief packages and stuff like that. You relieve people from their duties, you sack them from work, you don't have government relief for the people. You should be able to have government relief, at least for people who want to start private business, should start private business. For people, let them understand, before you relieve them of their duty, you have to do some kind of orientation, some kind of awareness, some kind of things. You just don't do it like that, like they are the same thing as bandits and criminals. They are not the same thing as bandits and criminals. I know some adjustment, you have to be brutal, but humanity plays a role in the majority of scenarios that it's ongoing. So I look at the situation and I know that they have come away now that we have to start looking at the mental structure of the citizens so that they don't lose their mind, so we don't start having crazy people who have never been criminals. They become one-time horrible criminals, you know, like we see in America. People take a gun and they go shooting people, you know, and stuff like that. So these are things, emotional trigger can trigger human beings to act in a negative way they have never acted. So we as people who have the capacity to reach out, we will try our possible best to reach out so we don't see abnormal patterns, you know, because they're abnormal criminality. They are always evolving and they are always changing their directions. And criminality, sometimes most of the criminality that usually gives us a blow, they are always intelligent, and it's usually emotional distress, emotional trigger that triggers them to go and do things like this. So your advisors should advise you. If you don't have good advisors, sack them and get new advisors. And you also have to restructure your ways and patterns. You have impacted a lot in Kaduna State structure wise, but you need to also apply humanity, human decency to everything, you know. I know the government, it's right when you encroach on government things, the government is right, but human decency is very important. That's why we see things that has happened in developed countries, so we don't have repeat here in the most terrible stages. Before terror has started in Western countries, you know. I remember even a Nigerian that was in a plane that wanted to go and bomb and stuff, you know. I remember Dora Akulere, I advised her on how to conduct the stuff. She was also very stressed, you know. I worked with her at that time, you know, gave her free, you know. I was passionate. But now when people are going to work, you have to work with your due respect, with due everything, because people take credit, they leave you behind, they don't care, they just want the victory, they want the glory. So it's when things like this, you see that yes, there are sometimes when people have enough, they have enough, because it's also goes down in the portfolio. The psychological impact is very important in its citizens. Psychological impact. So that people don't go crazy in Kaduna State. People don't go crazy. We are already in a mix of bandits, kidnappers, and terror. And the bandits, kidnappers are all arms of terrorism. They are all arms of terrorism. They are all together. They are united. It's the same network. So the governor must do its best. Where you are, you know, making people is a very difficult stage. When you're making other people unemployed, remember the criminality is already high in that region, in the northern region, the whole of northern region. You know, we are in a mess. So we need to figure it out, how to balance the situation to inspire people to still strive even within our security challenges. So these are the messages that I have for the leaders around that region. The rest of the governors, you people are not doing that fabulous. You know, you have to step up. You know, you have to step up with the insecurity that we have in the northern region. Niger State, I don't know what you're still doing. What's going on with your guests that they are still there in Niger State? Are you making them comfortable, or have you sent them packing? You know, what's happening? Or have you apprehended them? What are your spies and hidden undercover security agency doing? What informations? How are you going about it? How long are you going to make them comfortable? How long are you going to apprehend them? So, and the rest of the people, the rest of the northern governors who haven't gotten this kind of ugly visitors, I hope you are doing your possible best to prevent and protect your citizens from harm. You know, it's very, very important. Governors, you rise. It's not you rise to the occasion. It's not all about wearing a big garment, having embroidery, looking fabulous like it's coming to America. You know, it's reality in Arewa. We need to fix the mess. The mess is too much. You know, we have other regions, southwest, they all have their criminality pattern, but we are due in this. Poverty has hit us really high. You know, we need food security, you know, all the security, economic security, and all the securities that we need. You know, food security is the most important aspect. When people can go to farm and what have you, still there are a lot of people that have been kidnapped, that haven't come back alive. Some have been, their bodies have been found, some their bodies haven't been found. My condolences to their families, to their relatives, to their family and friends and what have you. And then the leaders that they are also on this tax, may God provide you with wisdom, but you need to also to be honest, to be fair, you know, because in this life pattern, you know, today you're the leader, the next tomorrow you're the victim. You know, you might be a leader and you might be a victim. Dino Malaya has been in that position in all aspects of life, you know, and he's still trying to present his decency and still, you know, come out strong. He also has his good and bad and stuff and what have you, and he's trying to also cultivate himself and be a good citizen regardless of his patterns and manners and what have you and stuff like that. I believe that we can still have great leaders who can build this nations and stuff like that, but we shouldn't be, you know, materialistic things and what have you. It's not the role play here, because people are dying because of lack of structure, lack of development. You can't be presenting cars and expect people to see you as a greatness, you know, not one, not two, over 20 and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, we are living in a situation of limbo. So you have to be, you know, youths have to be extremely intelligent to make sure that they apprehend themselves in the most sane and in the most respectful manner, so we don't end up becoming successful criminals, but great leaders and great citizens and great builders and great visionaries. These are the things that I have for you today. Peace and love to you and your family. I will try and do this in Hausa. You can share, you know, drop your comments, and let's get right on it. Bye-bye.